What if I told you one archaeological discovery forced historians to rethink everything that they knew or they thought they knew about the beginning of civilization? No, I'm not talking about the pyramids. I'm talking about a place that most people have never even heard of, right? It's called Göbekli Tepe, located in southeastern Turkey. Göbekli Tepe is considered one of the most important archaeological discoveries of the last century, right? So why? Because it's over 11,000 years old. Think about that for a second. That means Göbekli Tepe was built around 9600 BC. It existed more than 6,000 years before Stonehenge, right? More than 7,000 years before the Great Pyramid of Giza. And thousands of years before writing was even invented. For decades, historians believe civilization developed in a specific order. First, humans became farmers, right? Then they settled into villages. After that, they built temples, cities, and governments. It seemed logical. People needed food before they could build monuments. But Göbekli Tepe challenged that entire timeline. When archaeologists uncovered massive stone pillars weighing up to 20 tons, right? They realized something incredible. These weren't random rocks. They were carefully carved, right? Precisely placed and decorated with detailed images of lions, snakes, foxes, birds, wild boars, and like other animals, right? Who built this, right? The people living during this period were supposed to have cities, right? They weren't supposed to have advanced architecture. Think about that. Many were still hunter-gatherers. Yet somehow they organized enough people to quarry, transport, and raise enormous stone pillars without metal tools, wheels, or domesticated animals. That's one of the biggest mysteries, right? How did they do it? The truth is, we're still trying to figure it out. Excavations began in the 1990s under German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt, who immediately realized this wasn't an ordinary site. And then, as researchers continued digging, they discovered multiple circular stone enclosures supported by tower T-shaped pillars, right? Look, many archaeologists believe these pillars may represent stylized human figures because some include carved arms, hands, and belts. Another mystery is why Göbekli Tepe was buried. At some point, thousands of years after it was built, the people there intentionally covered the structures with tons of earth and rubble. This wasn't the result of a natural disaster. It appears to have been done deliberately. Why? No one knows for certain. Not at all. But some believe they were preserving the site. I just think it marked the end of an important religious tradition. Just think about it. Right now, we simply don't have enough evidence to say. And here's something even more surprising. Experts believe we uncovered only a small portion of the entire site. Just only a little small portion, right? Ground penetrating surveys suggest there may still be many buried structures waiting to be excavated. Right? Imagine what else could still be hidden beneath the ground after more than 11,000 years. Whenever a discovery like this is made, theories begin to spread. We all know that, right? Some people claim Göbekli Tepe proves there was a forgotten advanced civilization. Okay, but look, you got others that suggest extraterrestrials helped build it. So which one is it? But here's what archaeologists tells us, right? So far, researchers have found no evidence that aliens or lost super civilization built Göbekli Tepe. Instead, the evidence points towards extraordinarily skilled prehistoric communities capable of organizing large-scale construction long before anyone expected. Think about that. And honestly, that's already amazing, right? That's amazing. Sometimes the real story is just as incredible as the myths. Truth be told, think about the people who stood there over 11,000 years ago. They looked up at the same stars. They wondered about life, death, nature, and their place in the universe. They carved symbols into stone that has survived longer than almost anything humans have ever built. Think about that. Göbekli Tepe reminds us that our ancestors may have been far more organized, creative, and intelligent than we often give them credit for. Pay attention. It doesn't answer every question, but look, in many ways, it creates even more. Like, who are these people? Why did they gather here? Like, what beliefs united them? This things that you could think about. What other discoveries are still waiting beneath the earth? Like, think about it. What one thing is certain though, Göbekli Tepe changed archaeology forever. Look, not because it solved the mystery of human civilization, but because it proved we still have so much left to learn. I mean, if you enjoy exploring ancient mysteries through history, archaeology, and evidence, subscribe to the Conscious Signal. Because sometimes the greatest discoveries don't rewrite history. They remind us that history is still being written. Until next time.